Hey guys, my name is Kevin Carr. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some of the quick tips and tricks I've learned just editing a couple of programming interview and programming related YouTube videos using Adobe Premiere Pro, and basically how to kind of speed up your workflow. So these tips are going to be involving things like making sure that your audio is clear, making sure that your audio is matched to your video, because sometimes it makes more sense to use an external audio import source and then instead of using maybe your computer microphone. So first thing you're going to want to do is create a new project. I'm creating a video on doing a LeetCode problem called Basic Calculator, so you can call it whatever you want, but I usually just use this format. You hit OK. It's going to load up. So I have an audio component and then a video component. So I'm gonna make sure that I include both the video component and the audio component. So I'll drag it into this little bottom left section right here. Once I'm done with that, one of the first things I do is I drag this video over to the right side, this timeline, and then also the audio down below. So a couple of quick tips are, if you want to make sure you have more precision, you can actually hit on Option and then scroll the mouse back or forward. So what I mean, like, you can basically go further in there and you can actually look at these little audio waves and match it. So another quick trick is when you're actually shooting these videos, you can use claps in order to match the audio and video. So it's usually 3 claps before you start your video, and then you can make sure that they match. So it's really helpful, especially when you see these right here. So you can kind of see that a lot of these audio waves are the same. It's just the bottom one slightly to the right. So when I want to do the matching, I basically just make sure that I cut a little bit of this. So for example, how do I cut one of the sections? So I can actually just move this little marker right here and then use Command K. That cuts it. I can actually just delete that. And then also, the important thing is usually with videos that have audio, they're linked together. You can unlink them. So if you were to cut them, they won't both be cut. And that's important because you might want to delete the initial audio. You can do that using Command L. So you can kind of see now that when I click on one of them, they're not both highlighted. If you want to undo it, you can actually just go here and then either do Command L again or click on this link. So in this case, I just want to make sure that this audio is matched. So now when I do that, it's just slightly ahead. So I usually just do one of the peaks and then I make sure that it equals the audio above. So again, I'm still getting a little bit of slight ahead. So I just click on this again. And now you can see that it's still a little ahead. So what I usually like to do is just go so far ahead. And then make sure that they match this way. Okay, so we're still having a little bit of issue. So I'm just going to go further in. So that's no longer an issue. So now I can just do like that. And you can see now they match. This is extremely important when your video has your face in it, because if there's any weird syncing issues, it could really confuse your users. So once you do that, you can actually just get rid of your initial audio and then just move your audio up. From there, wherever you start, so I start right here. I can just cut that using Command K, delete this, and the same thing with above, Command K, this will remove it. And now after that, what I can do is I can highlight both and then do Command L. So now you can see when I click on it, they're both combined. Now I just move this all the way to the right. Now, the other important thing is audio is very important for your YouTube videos. So what you want to do next is you click on your audio, you go to audio here, and you have these presets right here. So you just click on preset. So depending on if you're a female or male, you can actually have a balanced male and female voice. So I'm male, so balanced male. And this actually makes sure that the background noise is a little bit more muffled and is concentrated on your voice. And it's actually gonna make the audio higher too. So you can see that's a lot more clear than what was before. That was a lot, it was a little bit of audio confusion. Basically, this raises the volume of your voice and basically lowers the volume behind you or around you. So that sounds pretty good to me. Now I just check if there's any lulls in this video, save the user some time. I think this is pretty, oh, and just so, and this is a really good way. So if you like go all the way back, you can kind of just do a quick zoom of anything you want for the code. Looks pretty good to me. And also I always like to check the end to make sure if I can time complexity but use less space. So this is how you solve the basic calculator too. Thanks guys for joining, and see you guys next video. Cheers. So I just make sure that there's not like any ending portion I can cut out. Seems like a very little part. But after that, those are basically the main tips. So I just like using the audio preset, which I showed earlier. The claps really help in making sure you can sync your video and audio. Command K and make sure that you can cut the video at certain portions. So maybe there's a dead space or you stuttered, or maybe there's a ums or uhs. You can cut that out using Command K. You can also use the hotkeys C and V. So V, I believe, is select, but let me make sure. And yes, C is cut. So you can see C and then V is select. The Command K, make sure you can cut at whatever point you're at. So let's say I'm right here. I can do Command K and it cuts it if they're both linked. And then remember, I can do Command Z or Command C and it undoes it. And Command L unlinks or links things together. And basically, yeah, that's how you make a YouTube video. It's a little bit more harder when you have a camera on your face because you have to match the audio, make sure there's no weird dub effect. But after you're done, you can actually just export it. And with Adobe Premiere Pro, it usually takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it. The editing is very seamless, but yeah, those couple tips are gonna help you save a lot of time and make your videos a little bit more, it's gonna make your videos a little bit more professional. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining and see you guys in the next video. Cheers.